This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 781, The Quest That Shall Not Be Named. Enjoy.
So I'm going to start with the Recreation Island, which is the central one that you first land on. So you pick up your boots of flight from the Iconium memorials that are up here by the Stormguard portal, and you get drawn up towards a couple of larger pieces of rock, larger islands, kind of towards the northeast. Here you get the Keshik Gur, more really strong Mongolian influences there. You can uncover musical instruments, and this is another, I think I mentioned it in the Infernal Source, where you uncover artwork.
Yeah.
Here's the equivalent. You're uncovering instruments. It's completely unnecessary to the lore, unnecessary to the skill, but it adds so much. Like
to the culture.
To the culture. It's Aviansie culture, which we've never seen and we know nothing about. But again, the environmental storytelling, you're bringing in these aspects that they are bird people. So of course song is going to be an important part of their culture when you think about it.
Which, you know, which is a bit weird, because when you say that, you think that, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, what's the first thing you hear when the birds are around in the morning? Birdsong.
Yeah, it makes sense that music is going to be, even in a weapons facility like Stormguards, that they're going to have music. I love that. I thought that was such a nice little touch. It's so unnecessary, but kind of a nice bit of flavour. Yeah, you get that here. You also get one of the first research, kind of where you can examine a piece of scenery and send your research team after it. It's called Dearly Departed. Looking at the megaliths that are kind of scattered around all over the place, and when you examine them, they say they look like deer stones.
Interesting. I never noticed that.
Yeah, so if you examine the Aviansie Center Pass, subcultures call these deer stones, which are based on real-life kind of artifacts that you find in Central Asia. Historians aren't really sure what they are meant to be in real life, but in-game they've been characterized as memorial stones to dead Aviansie. Quite a sad little one. It says here that Aviansie typically fight alongside a partner, and if one of the coupling dies, the survivor typically joins the day guard or the night guard. That becomes their new family. So the day guard and the night guard, as we find out later on, are the soldiers that are stationed at Stormguard. So they're the defending force. So they're all made up of widowed Aviansie, which I thought was quite somber and quite sad.
Yeah, it is.
But it's also kind of, I mean, yes, but on the other hand, like, it's kind of nice that, you know, they sort of find, I always want to say like a second life, right? Like a sort of new way to sort of deal with that loss. I find it a very constructive way to deal with loss that they.
It's an interesting note of how they operate, kind of on a social level. Mm-hmm. So they have this close fighting partner, and then when they lose that, they go and find a new family somewhere else. But they don't choose another partner; they just become part of the guard.
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of, it's very poetic in a way, and it feels alien in a way.
It's sufficiently non-human for it to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but it's also very relatable and very understandable, and I think that sort of hits that right distance, that right. Yeah, so it feels really natural, while also being interesting and unique.
Yeah, it's certainly quite notable.
Well, it's also, isn't it also like probably one of the most, I don't know, common, it might even be a myth, but things that people would know about birds, but turtle doves have a partner for life, and if they die,
swans, they mate for life.
Yeah, so I guess it'd be accessible to a lot of people, I've heard.
Yeah, that's right. I hadn't thought about that, actually, but you're right.
It's actually kind of special when you think about it.
Again, another little touch that's kind of unnecessary to the... Like, this is only a side research note, but we've had quite a nice little discussion about it. It adds a lot to the area. There's a lot of that in this site.
You can watch full episodes of RSBANB Update right here on this YouTube channel. You can also listen to audio versions of RSBANB Update at update.rsbnb.com, and feel free to subscribe to our show on any number of podcast listeners out there at update.rsbnb.com/subscribe.